What section number?
Yeah, which is which?
I don't know offhand.
Okay, so I can't sign them in if they don't know the section.
There you go. Section number, time.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, that
Plan section.
Okay, and you'll be up at the top or down here?
I can be wherever.
Might be better up at the top, because if they have to leave early, they'll just swipe on the way
Okay, I
out.
can do that.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Do you want to take that with you? Or is-
Yeah, I'll take this.
Okay,
And,
I've got it set up for another event, but you're good. He's got the recording.
Okay.
And he's already checked your level, so you should be all right.
okay, okay, all right. And your name is?
Jamie?
Jamie. I'll trip over this. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, so there's no way we'd fit into any of the rooms, right? Okay, this is Jamie walking up. She's one of the tutors in case you haven't met her. And she'll be scanning your ID as you leave. If you have to leave early, that's fine. Just go out on the top. Make yourself comfortable. It's about as informal as possible. But do swipe your ID so I can get a count and the attendance. Okay, so what we're going to do today are just problems. We're just focusing on the test. I'm not presenting any newer material. So your exam is on everything up until today's class. That includes chapter 5 and chapter 1, 2. I think we did chapter 3. I don't think we did anything in 4, yeah. And what I intend to do is just go over some problems here. So let's just start off with some of the basics. Your exam will be Monday and Tuesday, depending on your section, and it'll be in your regular classroom. Nothing special there. We're just saving a little class time doing a review here. So after this review, I'll open up the quiz, probably tomorrow morning, first thing tomorrow morning. So between now and I think Monday or Tuesday, you can do the quiz, the online quiz. I mean, finish your homework first, then do the quiz. You get 3 chances on the quiz, right? No helps. Got to work it all, so you get 3 full chances on that. And then you get the highest score for the quiz. When you do the quiz, I put a notation on that. Make sure you put your work in here in the math journal, because you're going to come back on Monday or Tuesday when you do the exam in the class. You're going to hand me these journals, and I'm going to look at them while you're doing the exam. And once you're done with the exam, I'll give you back your journal. Question?
Yeah, is the exam on my map?
The quiz is on My Math Lab. The exam itself is not on My Math Lab. That will be done paper and pencil in class. Yeah. Say again? Correct. Monday and Tuesday next week. Yeah. By a Scantron. Yeah. Yeah. So let me go through the list here. Quiz and journal. If you need any special accommodations or you're going to miss for whatever reason, you're sick, you can't make the exam, you need to let me know immediately, and we need to schedule you up with the testing center. For those of you with special accommodations, You need to initiate that process. I can't do anything on my end. So you need to, you know who you are, you need to request through the testing center to start that process. And if that's your situation, that's not clear, come and see me, I can help you through it. But it's not something I do, it's something you do. You'll need a Scantron, and I already gave you that kind of cheat sheet. Let's agree you can bring that cheat sheet in, and if you want to doodle in the margins, you can go ahead and doodle in the margins. Some of you don't need to doodle at all. Others of you are struggling, so you can go ahead and doodle in the margin. Anything you think might help you. Yeah?
What exactly is a Scantron?
But that's a good question. Does anybody have one to show him? It's the thing, the bubble thing. It's the automatic grader. Yeah, see those things? You can buy them at the bookstore. Yeah, so get those ahead of time, because if you have to ask somebody in class, I don't know, what's the going rate? $5, something like that? $10? Depends on how badly you need it. They really pump you for the money. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and you could write things on it. Yeah. Okay. So let's do some problems. Let's start all the way at the beginning. I'm trying not to do problems that I already did in class. Try to do something different. And I'm going to select problems that are, I think are important from each individual section. Like when we first started, if you can think that far back, pre-hurricane, right? We were doing just some basic algebra and just reviewing basic algebra. So here's some basic algebra. X, which one am I doing? X minus 3. I got to write really big here. Okay. Now I realize you've learned this somewhere else, but everybody forgets this. And if I don't put it on a test, you won't study it, which means you'll end up all the way in calculus and you're still kind of struggling with this exponential business. So let's review this, and you can expect something like this, maybe easier for some of you, maybe harder, but something like this on the exam. And that's just reducing these things exponentially. So right away you see that I have negative exponents here. You can ignore that for the moment, the fact that they're negative. What I'm going to do is this whole thing is to the negative 2. Don't be too quick when you see a negative exponent to put everything in the bottom. You wouldn't be wrong doing that. You just might create more confusion. Okay? So this is an exponent. This is an exponent raised to an exponent. There's a cute little rule for that. A to the n raised to the m power is a n m. You just go ahead and multiply it. Okay? So it's not that difficult. So minus 3 times minus 2 is going to give you a positive 6, right? Simplifies pretty quickly. Well, this one's just a little bit trickier because you can't go too quick. You got to realize this is to a negative 1 power. What's this to a power? Yeah, we just don't write it, but it's there. So don't forget to pay attention to something like this. Then this becomes 3, 1 times a negative 2 is a minus 2. And then y, negative 1 times a negative 2 is a positive 2. This just all thing becomes x to the 6. What is that going to be? Yeah, it's going to, the 9 is going to go on the bottom. And this remains on the top as y squared, just like that. Yeah, well, that would be the next thing, to make it look pretty. Okay? So, yeah, I can do the flip with this, and it's going to be 9x to the 6 over y squared. just like that.